So, probably wondering how I got into this situation. Good question. Here's how it all started. You might have heard of a Discord server called Feminists Against Trolls. The server is pretty infamous for being the largest feminist Discord server. Of course, it's not real feminism, but you'll see that soon. The owner's name is Katie. She seems to be using this power to get money from simps and having them build shrines and shit like that. Recently, her and some of her admins were invited to a debate taking place on the Biden Discord server. The debate was called Feminists versus Trolls, and as you saw a second ago, I think it's clear who won. This is how it happened.
Go for it.
Hello, people.
Hello.
Hello.
So, I'm sorry if people offend anyone, but I'm here to ask Katie a question about all this. So, what do you personally think that what you're talking about is obligatorily correct? You are speaking probably some of the most one-sided things I've genuinely ever heard.
Okay. I actually don't believe that they're one-sided because I've done research on my opinions. I've looked at both sides and I've come to the conclusion that my views are correct.
So, one of Biden's bigger goals, his tax plan.
It's about feminism.
Yeah, I don't
Not
care
from
about
America.
It's a server called Biden.
But this is about
but we're
feminism.
not supporting
Read the
Like,
family.
Biden-
Okay,
Joe
okay,
Biden-
then.
Joe Biden is very attractive, but in regards to his politics,
I hate right-wing reactionaries. They just
I'm not right-wing, actually.
So you don't like Biden, you're right-wing, because Biden's already right-wing.
Dan, can you give Porg permission to speak, please?
I'm not
Yeah,
right.
look,
Actually, so you're just gonna cut me.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Another win for feminism. If anybody has any questions about feminism,
Right.
please
I
request
got a
to speak.
question.
Yeah, can we actually get questions about feminism,
I have
please?
I got a forward question. Are you a TERF?
Fuck
What's
terrorists,
a
trans
term?
person, human rights.
Trans-exclusionary radical feminist? No.
Based. So based. Thank you. That's not. Bye.
Would you consider yourself an egalitarian?
No, because I believe in equity.
That do you
Yeah, dude.
I believe that, okay, so my views on feminism are, I believe that in order to achieve true equality, women have to be paid reparations for the hundreds of years of patriarchal oppression.
So
So
would you
that
say
would
that
mean-
same stands for blacks as well?
Yes. So, actually, that's a good, so,
Say the same stands for blacks as well?
let me just
Why do you
finish
say
my
that
point,
like
people of
that?
color. So I believe because I don't like the term black people because I think that's racist.
Yeah, I was asking Cooper
okay,
why it says
would you
why
say
saying
white-
blacks.
Would you say
So,
white people is
first of
also
all-
racist? Would you also say
No.
white people is racist?
No.
So so black is racist.
You didn't say
Wait,
black.
are you
people
going
is
to
racist.
let me
people.
finish my point? So,
So
I
black
believe
people
that
is racist.
I believe that women should be paid more than men. I believe that men should be given the opportunity to take the place of a woman convict if she does a crime that isn't that doesn't harm anyone. So if she shoplifts,
So,
she's
Katie,
shoplifting
I'm sorry
because
to say.
stop. Can you stop speaking over me, please? If she shoplifts, the reason she's shoplifting is because of the society that she lives in, and the
So-
disadvantage that she was put in for being a woman. So yes, I believe men should be allowed to take the place of women in jail cells as long as the crime they committed wasn't harming anyone else.
So
I
my
believe
question,
that women should be given better treatment in society than men until equity is achieved.
So
and in
actually-
regards to people of colour, you asked me, do I think the same thing should happen to people of colour? Absolutely. I believe that people of colour should have safe spaces away from black people or from white people. I believe that they should have separate schools if they wanted to. I believe they should have
So-
separate bars,
wait. So did you
separate
just?
places to hang out.
You just said you are literally
Can you stop
supporting
interrupting
segregation.
her,
You're
please?
still
She interrupted me. Actually, she cut me off twice.
No, I mean,
just
you
like,
asked me a question and I'm answering it. Yes, I believe
you
that
cut me
people
off
of colour
twice.
should have safe spaces away from white people.
You are literally adding in segregation.
It's not
Forcibly-
segregation.
It's not segregation. What do you mean it's not segregation?
forced
It's a safe
segregation?
space.
Forced segregation is different from optional segregation. They are very different concepts.
It's the safety reasons. It's
So-
the,
Can I just say something really quickly? So with all the interruptions and the anger in his voice, I just got to say it seems pretty clear that we're wasting our time with Boobers because he's another.
How so?
Okay, well I'm about to tell you because you're another male that is overflowing with toxic masculinity and you can't control your impulses.
I
And
really
so
don't know.
that's why.
So here's another question though for you. Here's a question though. do you actually believe that there are simply more than two genders? You
Yes.
actually. So explain to me how.
No.
So- It's pretty simple. Gender is a social construct. That's all there is to it.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Weird.
something on top of that, just so they can question the logic. So, whatever your name was, Poopers. If you think that I'm going to assume this, and I'm probably right, that like a man wearing a dress or a skirt with nail polish is like not a real man or is feminine, right? If you probably you definitely hold that view, but they're biologically a man. Therefore, that femininity that you're applying to them because of what they're wearing means that you also agree that gender's a social construct because you're basing it not off their biology. So your own logic is hypocritical or contradictory.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello, welcome
there.
to the voice chat.
I
Hello there.
would very quickly like to ask, because I have no idea, what exactly does a dog have to do to be homophobic?
Okay, so it's pretty simple. I got my dog. Well, I'll just call him my dog. I got my dog Cornelius 3 years ago. He had previously been in another home, and I believe that the owners who had him previously were homophobic, and I believe that they trained him to be homophobic. And before you say, "Oh, that's impossible," dogs can't see color. Dogs can't technically see the same color as we can, but they don't just see black and white. They're also able to see patterns. Police dogs are able to be trained to attack criminals. If you look up articles, you can see that dogs can actually be trained to be racist and attack people of color. So I believe that Cornelius was trained to be homophobic. I am not straight, and Cornelius would constantly growl at me, snarl at me, try and bite my ankles when I'd walk past him. And the final straw was when he did get my pride flag and got it in his mouth and tried to tear it up. And I actually took a picture of it because I didn't think that anyone would believe me if I didn't have proof. So I took a picture and I brought him to the dog. Sorry, it's kind of sad. I brought him to the dog pound that day. I explained to the people at the dog pound what happened. They were kind of speechless. They didn't know what to say. I said goodbye, and that day I went home, I made a tribute video to Cornelius because even though he was homophobic, I still loved him. And yeah.
May I just say, Katie, I'm really sorry you had to go through that, and I think your strength in letting us know this happened, and kind of shedding some light on the fact that the cishet patriarchy affects even the most innocent of creatures in the world is just really beautiful, and I really appreciate you sharing your wisdom with us.
Damn, girl, I didn't know you had feelings.
Oh, I can put the video. I can post a video. Okay, hold on. Let me find it. Oh yeah, here it is. In memory of my dog Cornelius.
Sarah, I'm ready to ask
I'll
my
post it
question
here.
now, by the way.
In the debate banter.
Mind if I ask a question? The question is, how would you define toxic masculinity?
There we go.
And how do you think we
Sure.
can finally solve the issue of males having toxic masculinity?
So I actually wrote an article about this. I'm quite knowledgeable on toxic masculinity. So I believe that men who work out actually suffer a lot more from toxic masculinity because of the raised levels of testosterone in their body. That compounds itself with a man who works out and plays video games, because video games release chemicals in your brain that gives you a high, the same sort of high that you get when you take drugs. Okay, and when you're playing violent video games, you start to lose the edge, right? So say I start off, I'm playing I'll take an example, Overwatch, right? Say I start off playing Overwatch. Eventually I lose that edge, right? Because I'm not getting the same kick out of it as I once was. So I go on to something more violent like Call of Duty or something like that, right? That still doesn't do it. So then I eventually start playing Wolfenstein and I start maybe sympathizing with Nazis. Okay? Compound that with the fact that I'm working out, my testosterone levels are higher, and when men's testosterone levels are higher, they become more aggressive. Have you ever seen men who go to the gym, like they flex, they try to act macho in front of other men?
Yeah.
Not relatable.
I mean, look at male dogs, okay? The reason that we get dogs castrated, the reason that male dogs get castrated is because they're too aggressive when they have their testicles. And the reason that they're more aggressive with their testicles is because they have more testosterone in their body. So obviously you can't castrate men because we need them to procreate. But I believe that there are ways to combat toxic masculinity, such as not increasing your testosterone levels on purpose.
Okay.
Katie, wait.
Wait, follow-up question before I leave. Thanks for kind of answering the question. Have you read the book 1984 by George Orwell?
Alright, here we go.
Oh god.
And that's just, I'm not gonna like be bad about this. I'm just gonna ask you, and that's it. Yes
No, I haven't.
So,
okay,
Katie,
please read it. Thank you.
Just really quickly on the
Wow,
topic
this
of
is literally
castration.
1984.
So this is something that is done to dogs, to aggressive dogs especially.
Mhm.
Do you think, would you, because I've been kind of bouncing this idea around my head for years now. I am, unfortunately, a man. I do have these impulses. And I try really hard to restrain myself, to control myself, to train myself not to think that way. But we just had an example earlier. I think it was Pooper was his name. Someone who was just overflowing with this like violent, toxic masculine energy, right?
Yeah.
Would you be opposed to corrective castration for some of these people?
So I don't believe in violence, and I believe any castration for humans should be optional. Like they should choose to do that. Something that the male members of my staff do is they actually send me money, as kind of a form of repayment. They'll actively do things like, I know that Steve once, before they identified as they them, Steve actually had a girlfriend that cheated on them, and Steve apologized to the girl.
Thank
I think that's a good step to take.
If you don't mind,
I don't actually
one
really
question
find that
about
funny.
your point. If you don't mind,
It's actually very inspirational, so I wouldn't laugh at it.
If you don't mind, I have a question about your points. So you said your dog ripped up your pride flag, and you believe it was because the trainer taught it to be homophobic and hate the pride flag, right? So the pride flag, obviously, you could be recognized the pride flag due to the.
Finally, he's gone.
Due to the what? Oh, they left.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if anybody saw it, but yeah, so I don't really find getting rid of toxic masculinity funny. Not only did Steve do an amazing thing, but also other members of my staff, like Ramon. Ramon used to send me money until his parents found out. I don't know if anyone who knows who Ramon Bowman is. They're my friend. They would send me money once a month, and their parents kicked them out of their home at the start of June because they would give Ramon money to put into stocks, and Ramon would give me that money instead. So when the parents found out, they kicked him out of the house, which is disgusting because they're just peddling that narrative that money is everything, and that you're only going to be happy if you invest in stocks and if you continue with capitalism. There's also shrines. Members of my staff make shrines for me.
It's powerful. Can you link me?
Pray.
If money isn't valuable, why do you want them to give the money to you instead of putting the money towards some type of cause
because
that more activism?
Unfortunately, we do live in a capitalist society, and as much as I would like us not to, I still need money to survive. And as a woman, I'm already at a disadvantage than all of you in this voice call. That are males.
Hold up, I just want to catch something real quick. So does that mean you're an anarchist?
Not wanting money doesn't
religious.
mean anarchism.
Anarchy is a religion.
I thought you said atheist. I'm sorry.
No.
I think you're all missing the point. Okay, so
No,
the reality is we do live in a capitalist system.
Yes,
the system requires money to exist. As men, we are advantaged in ways that Katie and other women are not. So the least we can do for to help them get through just day to day in this fucked up patriarchy is send them a little extra money every month. I don't think that's insane. And so, Katie, can you please link me the PayPal or whatever you're using to get that money so I can put it out to my server, and let people in my community like myself who want to help out, they can kind of toss some money your way too.
Absolutely. I also posted one of the examples of the shrine in the debate banter for anyone who wants to see.
Do you think I have a question. Do you think that equal opportunity or egalitarianism will this is a philosophical question. Do you think that equal opportunity or like a perfectly successful egalitarian society will inherently lead to equality of outcome, or that equality of outcome has to be forced?
I believe equality of outcome has to be forced. And I'll give you an example. Imagine there is an 8-foot person, a 6-foot person, and a 5-foot person, okay? and there's all a 1 foot box, and the wall is 7 feet high. If everyone gets a 1 foot box, some people still aren't going to be able to see over the wall, and that's what equality is. Equity would be giving the 5 foot person 3 boxes. You know what I mean?
Okay, wait. But that's my question wasn't about whether you wanted equity or equality. Like, there's a lot of debate between Marxists on whether a egalitarian society would
Hey there, buddy. How's y'all days going so far? Anyways, Katie, I got a question for you. How do you feel about the niggers breaking into America?
Whoa. That's not very nice.
Wow. So I actually have a legitimate question here. One. Please don't remove me from the call when I'm asking a question, like mid-sentence.
That wasn't me who removed you, but okay.
2, you said so your dog, you believed at least, ripped up your pride flag due to the trainers teaching it to be homophobic, and thus hating the pride flag. Obviously, the dog will be able to recognize it due to the rainbow colors, right? So that's how it would recognize.
Couldn't you train the dog not to be homophobic, though?
So here's the question, though. So obviously, the dog was trained to hate the pride flag and rip it up, right?
You could untrain it, no?
So here's the here's a problem.
Or you could change its behavior.
Just a second.
Train an adult dog as easy as you can teach a young dog.
Just a sec, Eisenhower. So you said obviously the dog recognized the bright colors and thus was, due to his training, ripped it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dogs are colorblind.
Wow.
Okay, well the issue with it is that they're still able to recognize the pattern of the flag. Like, it still shows like 6 rectangles. You can still recognize the pattern.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like you don't need color specifically. You can also like tell the brightness of it as well.
I actually also heard that dogs can smell the colors out of it.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that exactly.
Well, no, I don't know if that's true, because I know that there is a disorder that humans can have where they can smell words, but I've never heard about being able to smell colors before.
Actually, I've heard
read on
articles
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but Glowfish, you can't believe everything that you can read online, because remember that time I don't talk about it here because there's people listening.
So I have another question about your masculinity thing about men.
Yeah, you go one at a time.
One at a time. Okay. Oh, okay. What was I going? I was going to say something.
You didn't fully answer my question on equal, like.
What was your question? Oh, I already explained that.
No. You answered you kind of partially answered about.
Someone please stop removing me.
Equity and equality.
Someone keeps removing Porg, and Porg is like the person who's on. He's a member of my staff.
Yeah, keep Porg in here.
To debate.
But Poobers don't keep. Yeah. This guy is a Trumpy, so I don't know.
I just despise that man. I genuinely despise that man, and I genuinely want to cry at happiness when he failed.
Whoa, one at a time.
I had the question first. So this will be really fast.
Alright, go ahead.
So your issue is men playing video games, thus equals masculinity.
I read an article about it.
Yeah, so there is another issue that completely just ruined your argument here. It has been proven that actually women in the, I believe it was 30 to 40 range, actually does play more video games than the average teenage boy. It's true.
Mm-hmm. But where did you get those statistics from? Because your statistics are incorrect.
How are they exactly incorrect? Please explain.
No. Because who's making these? Who's making these?
Where are your statistics from? Where are they from?
Countless studies of.
Link one.
Go ahead.
Really?
Okay, name one.
Look it up.
Could
Go ahead
you
and look
link
it up.
one, please? Could you link one, please?
Actually, can you link one as well?
I think
please link one.
Please do.
The problem is masculinity, not femininity. So even if that were true, which I'm not saying it is, it wouldn't have any effect anyway. Because the problem is toxic masculinity, not femininity. So
yeah.
Wrong. But yeah,
wrong.
at the exact same time.
No, you're kind of wrong. No.
But yeah, if you believe. Oh, look at you! You're saying you're wrong.
Yeah, your opinion is wrong.
That's true. But by the same time, your opinion is equally as wrong because
my
opinions
right.
can. How about that is a extremely hypocritical. Exactly.
Not true.
There are wrong opinions.
They are subjective.
If I said 2 + 2 is 5, that's an incorrect opinion.
But that's a fact, not an opinion. That's
okay. Well, I personally believe that 2 + 2 = 5. Would that be a wrong opinion?
Yes.
Because it's not an opinion. It's a fact. It's not an opinion.
Well, my opinion, 2 + 2 = 5.
Wait, it's not an opinion though.
It is. It's an incorrect opinion.
It's not though. It's not an opinion. It is a fact.
Can the person who keeps disconnecting me please? It's really annoying.
So, just saying. So another
Well,
big issue I have.
but you're
Yes.
incorrect for multiple reasons. I think
Please explain how.
Sure.
Okay.
So, go ahead, Katie. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say that, first of all, women in their 40s are not playing video games. Okay? The
Oh,
statistics
they are
that you
actually.
have are incorrect.
Mobile
And
games count.
Again,
The
you're
mobile
speaking
games
over me
count.
because your toxic masculinity is taking over. That's why you're speaking over.
Yeah, Poohbear's been here for a while. Can we just get Poohbear out of here at this point?
I'll be back.
Get him out of here.
Can I ask a question, please?
Oh my lord, I hate that guy.
Well, can we, before we continue on other questions, can you answer mine? Because I still haven't really an answer.
But can I ask a question though?
Dude, you asked like 10, like I just want to ask one.
I told you I'd be
want to
back.
ask
People that are
one
trying to ask
question.
questions.
Just
Can we like get
please.
through these a little bit faster, please?
You're here to
I
ask a
literally
question.
have
You don't
one
have to ask twice.
question.
That's a
Go ahead.
personal
Can I ask
caller. I
it?
think my voice matters too.
So, one question about your economic beliefs when it comes to the women or women pay. Why?
No,
This is
you
about
spoke
feminism.
enough. You
This is a
spoke enough.
feminism question.
Stop
You get
moving
one
him back in.
This
get
is
one
a
question.
this is a feminism question. This is a
Just
feminism
why do you
question.
care so much about money? Just stop.
Actually, you were the one who first brought up economic. So,
Stop.
I actually, you were the first one that brought it up. So, sorry, but this is me continuing your conversation.
Bruh.
I might have fucked up the perms. That's in my head.
What just happened?
Alright. Who just kicked everyone?
Alrighty.
So
now.
Who just kicked everyone?
Yeah, it's,
It's dumb.
Oh, that was funny. Is the show over yet?
I don't know. Whoever he keeps on kicking Kate. Whoever keeps on kicking Katie.
yeah, someone should got it.
It's funny, I think.
Someone just keeps on kicking Katie, and then now they're probably mad.
Yeah, they're raging. She was spitting facts, and they're just unable to cope with it.
My God.
Hate those people so much. Oh
Yeah,
my lord.
it's. But I don't know.
Is any of this?
I don't know who has.
Yo, look at hashtag secret Biden chat.
I don't know who is stage moderator and keeps on kicking everyone in the call. Because that's. I don't know.
I think it was Willow and Braces that were kicking everybody and muting Katie.
Huh?
Oh, well, Braces was the one that. Braces was the one that was meeting. Braces is the one that was meeting Katie. I think Willow's the one that kicked everyone.
Dang.
You can see I wasn't.
Well, I mean, I posted an audit log screenshot of you muting Katie, so I think it was you, yeah.
Well, they're removed anyway.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
Oh my lord.
So, I mean, as usually happens when men get called out for the toxicity, they react with whatever violence they have available to them. This is really just...
Yeah.
Well,
they're revealed to the truth in it. You know, you go through like the stages of, you know, you have your grief and your like, whatever it is, and then like acceptance, whatever. They're going through that, you know, and it's tough. But you know,
well, somebody
I
I actually never got to explain what I was talking about in regards to video games. So someone said women in their 40s play more video games. That's not true, but even if it were the case, I actually used to stream on Twitch. And it was called like Feminist Plays, whatever, and I would play video games to highlight the problematic behavior in those games. And one time I played GTA 5, and I was playing as Francis or something, I think his name was. He was a POC. And I was playing as him. I was driving around GTA V, GTA 5, and nothing. I was literally following a lot, and next of all, the police started chasing me. The siren started going off. I was driving really fast because I got scared. They started shooting at me. First of all, they told me to get out of the car. And when I tried to get out of the car, they started shooting at me anyway, so I got back in the car.
Who did that?
I don't know.
No, it's Proovers. It's Proovers. He's behind this. He's the mastermind.
Actually, I don't. Check out.
Please stop doing that. It's really annoying. But anyway, playing as POC as Franklin, I actually, in that moment with the police chasing me, felt like George Floyd. And that's the
So-
difference between women playing video games and men playing video games. Because when I played a video game as a POC, I resonated with a POC and I felt bad.
I'm sorry to say, but you're trying to
But
bring.
men who would play that same video game would enjoy the violence. And that's the difference.
I'm sorry to say, but she's trying to throw racial equality into AI-determined movements. The cops are only triggered no matter what character you're playing as, depending on what crimes you commit. Michael, for example, is a multimillionaire. Like, let's just use GTA 5 for example. Michael Townley, Michael DeSanta, is a multimillionaire white family man from Los Angeles.
Look at him mansplaining.
No, I'm actually completely disproving your point here.
You're
You
not
were play-
disproving anything.
You were proving as Franklin.
I said that I felt bad playing as a person of color being shot by the police, and I resonated with George Floyd in that moment. You're
So-
trying to justify the violence in the game.
Actually,
That's
I'm not on the slice because of the fact that Michael is a multimillionaire white man, yet he has the exact same treatment as Franklin if you do the exact same
No, he
things. Yes, he does. I can actually
Yeah, he
open. I can actually open my game right now and prove it to you.
Michael lives in a mansion. Franklin does not live in a
Yeah,
mansion.
but if you still go outside with Michael and start crashing into streetlights, you're going to get a star wanted level. Same with Franklin. And I will actually open my game right now and prove it.
It's not surprising that you've lost yourself in this game.
There's
but the reality
actually
is,
a
like,
video
even if you,
about it, and it kind of
Wait,
proves
Tark.
that like there's no like reason.
well, that's not true. So the reality is that if you play this game, because Franklin is in an impoverished area, there are more police in that area when you're playing the game. So you need to be extra careful when you're playing as the black man. Right? That's the reality of the situation.
You don't though because it's
Yes,
AI.
Yes, you
And,
do.
actually,
And so the
Franklin
rate.
lives in a mansion
please,
after, like
please. I want to say
Franklin
that
lives in a mansion.
Hoopers, you need to learn to control your impulses. I understand you've been infused with this toxic masculinity your entire life. Laughing really loudly doesn't make you sound any better. I'm sorry.
Franklin lives in a mansion.
You need to control your impulses. Please.
Franklin lives in a
asking
mansion.
me, first of all, George Bush Jr., you said you're POC. No, you're not.
Franklin lives in a mansion.
Doing digital blackface isn't funny. Okay, it's not 2014 anymore. To the person who pinged me and said, "How's your relationship with your father?" I'm actually a sperm donor, baby.
So the issue is Franklin actually lives in a mansion after the first like what 1/3 of the game, and if anything,
after
the one
you get
in
through, after you get through all the portions of the game where you need to be extra careful about the police AI chasing.
What do you mean
down
all
because
the
of black-
portions? That's like 1/3.
Because a third of the game, exactly. A third of the game is harder because you start as a black man in an area that has more police than the areas that the white characters are in. That is the truth. Okay, I know this makes you uncomfortable. I know that white men like you don't like to be called out on their privilege, but that is
I'm not,
reality.
actually. Because if you actually play GTA 5, you would know
Trevor
that
is also a
Franklin.
white man. And he
Exactly.
starts off worse than Franklin. Actually,
Yeah,
he lives
much
in a
worse. He
trailer.
literally lives
He
in
literally
a
lives
desert
in the middle
trailer.
of the desert.
He literally lives in the middle of a desert trailer. Franklin is actually in a much better condition as he's driving the GTA equivalent of a fucking Dodge Charger. Trevor drives a beat-down chicken.
Franklin, I
think
Trevor still stays in the desert, so I don't.
Yeah, I think bringing up Trevor is really useful for me because Trevor's a serial killer who
He's
is
actually
also
not.
yes he is. He's a serial killer who's also deeply into drug trafficking.
So is Michael.
Multiple run-ins with the police throughout his life, even after the original bank heist at the start of the game. Multiple run-ins with
Michael
police.
also killed like
beats people in broad day. Beats people in
Is
broad
this-
daylight as part of his character arc, right? But so this white man who's basically a fucking psychopath serial killer running
So
amok,
it's Michael.
right? Please, as part of his storyline, not as part of what you do as a character, as part of the actual CGI graphics in the game, the fucking like movie sequences that they do, right? He still gets to have a comfortable life, living out in the desert where he likes it in his fucking RV. Right? If the black man had any kind of upbringing or situation similar to that, he'd be dead. He'd be in prison. Right? So even that just shows, I think, in stark colors, the privilege of the white characters in that game.
Except you need to also take into consideration Michael has killed far more than Franklin. He's a bank robber. He is actually he has killed much more. He was a bank robber for about 9.
No.
Actually, no, because actually
I have
he
a
did not get
question
away
for
with
you.
it. Do you know
Do
why
you think
he got away?
Michael shooting the Asian gang is racist? Because there's like
Yes.
a Chinese fact.
Yeah.
Okay, then do you think Franklin shooting them is racist?
No.
No.
Then that is
This has to be-
extremely
this has to be
hypocritical.
the most elaborate troll ever. I
Yeah,
honestly
this is
applaud-
extraordinarily
Because-
hypocritical.
This has to be the most elaborate troll.
No, because I say that a white person discriminating against a person of color is racist, but another person of color discriminating against another person of color isn't racist. It's just discrimination. There's a massive difference.
So
It's the same game where you have to unlock the white people.
yeah.
Also, before we even get on to GTA, most video games are problematic. Animal Crossing is problematic if you look deep enough into it.
How is Animal Crossing? How is a game about collecting bugs and chopping down?
No,
trees?
hold on. It's not about collecting bugs. If you think it's about collecting bugs, you're stupid. You start off by colonizing a land. Okay.
Yep.
You
Not
go there.
colonizing.
You forcibly build infrastructure.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Just check me.
I got a question.
Animal Crossing also supports
Listen,
the
no, you
capitalist
asked me to
society.
explain it to you. You asked me to explain it to you. I'm explaining it to you, okay? You asked me to explain to you. All of your neighbors are animals, okay?
Humanoid animal with conscious.
Some of
similar
them
to
are no, okay, yeah, I'll take that. Humanoid animals with consciousness similar to humans, okay? Some of your animals are fish. So why are you then allowed to go and actually catch other fish and sell them in the shops or put them in the museum? Does that not remind you of the slave trade or reservations on native land? Because why are some of my fish neighbors allowed to live beside me, but I'm allowed to sell others into pretty much slavery?
So
And
here's the
you're
question.
not seeing a problem with that.
They're inferior.
The reason why, okay, let's take Disney for example. Would you consider it completely offensive that Goofy is a dog, but so is Pluto?
I gotta
Pluto?
go take a shit.
Yes.
Pluto, but how though? It's clearly fictional. Pluto is clearly
No, it doesn't matter if it's fictional because they're both
Yes, it is.
dogs. And what they're
Messages
trying
it
to
sends.
say is one breed is better than the other.
okay, but we are obviously superior mentally to chimpanzees.
I don't think you're superior to anything mentally, to be honest with you.
So you would say a cicada.
No, but what does
so you,
no,
so you
because
would
what
say a
does
cicada
chimpanzees
has
have to do with Disney? You asked
no.
me if
No,
Goofy
actually-
and Pluto both being dogs is a problem.
But
Yes, when everyone
chimpanzees
in
has
that
to do with
world,
the evolution.
when everyone in that world is an animal, and one of the animals is kept on a leash while the other ones are intelligent and able to interact with each other, that's problematic. That's racist.
How though?
Walking. It's not funny. Listen, you're
But
focusing in. The problem isn't that.
There's a point.
The thing is, it's subtly promoting this idea that some people should be above others, even though they're the same, as you already said yourself. It's these subtle ideas that they're trying to drill into kids' heads, and you don't notice it. And if you don't notice it, then you've already fallen for it.
Until you
One
realize
thing-
you're
One thing I recommend you do, go to onlyfeminist.com. It's a great
Does this
website. Great article.
Yeah, we already wrote an article on this.
You did? That's
Can
awesome.
we move? Can we move on to another audience member? Poopers is not very intelligent. He
Yeah.
has too much
He's-
airtime.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have a lot of people that have been asking to come on. Let's get some more people through
This
it.
is honestly
Yeah,
the
exactly.
biggest
Poopers
troll
has been wasting
Yeah,
our time.
I've been waiting for you to finish talking. So anyway, hi, I'm Dancing Punk Command. For those who don't know, I'm an enthusiast of everything cursed, as in physically repulsive because it's weird.
Awesome.
And I'm also bad at guitar. So anyway, Katie, I have a couple questions for you about video games.
Okay,
Bro,
okay,
don't even try. She's literally a troll. This is
Yeah,
any
okay, and
this
you're
is all just a
anti-Semitic.
conspiracy.
He's out
I'm
of here.
pissing right
He just
now.
Alright, so
coke.
okay, so as I'm aware, you think violent games like Call of Duty are problematic, right?
Yes. I wouldn't just say Call of Duty though. I mentioned even Animal Crossing is problematic in its own way.
But also games like Tetris might be.
No,
Right.
Tetris is okay.
No.
I actually would be okay with Tetris.
So that leads me to my question: where's the line, and how? And
Get to the CCP! Long live Hong Kong!
The
That's-
line, in my opinion, the line is when there's subliminal
That was
messaging.
What counts as subliminal messaging?
Yeah, the line would be subliminal messaging. That's where I take issue with video games.
What counts as
So-
subliminal?
Oh, well, what I was saying with Animal Crossing, it's actually training you to support colonialism, support colonization, to be
Right.
more okay with
Katie, I'm
such
sorry
thing
to
as
interrupt
slave
you here.
trade.
That's how you
everyone
gain
fuck
power
up and get
in
out of
the
my
modern
DMs.
What?
What did you say? I have my DMs turned off, so that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
recommend turning off
Not
DMs.
you, just a bunch of people who are listening keep coming in my DMs. So I'd like to tell all of you to just shut the fuck up.
Yes, please. Yeah, just turn off your DMs. Honestly.
Yeah, if you click on the little drop down there and the Biden symbol and go to privacy settings, you can turn it off.
Yeah,
I'm on mobile. How do you do it on mobile?
Katie, do you think that women are superior to men, like biologically?
No. Okay, so technically, biologically speaking, yes.
In what ways?
Hold on, I don't know if you guys can still hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, biologically, I mean, women can, like, literally give birth, which I think biologically is incredible. But also, a study has come out recently, I think it literally came out last month, that that men have, or the Y chromosome?
X.
Both of them, but which one is the one that only
Both.
men have?
We have both. Why?
Both.
Right, well, the chromosome that men have, and that women don't have, biological men have, is actually going to become extinct. So, biologically speaking, yes, women are superior.
We can make bone marrow babies.
In regards
It's gonna be
to,
awesome.
like, do I think we should be equal in the way that we're treated? Yes, that would be the end goal, 100%.
Alright,
I'm just so
to all
happy
the
to
people
hear
who are
that.
giving me like troll faces and stuff who think I'm offended, I'm a troll too, so like you aren't doing anything.
So
You mean the white supremacist logo?
You sound proud of that, mate. Are you proud of it?
Katie, the thing you're talking about, the Y chromosome can disappear, but men won't go extinct. The Y chromosome will just transfer to an X chromosome, like the DNA in it.
No, you'd all be female.
I mean, no.
Yay!
In other animals, they have double X chromosomes because of degradation of a cell. But still,
Guys, can we
men.
please stop spamming the troll emote? It stands for white supremacy.
With the word troll in general is that it was an anti-Semitic slur used in World War II.
I'm Jewish, I don't really care.
So my server is called Feminists Against Trolls, and then when people join and they try to say troll, it's censored. With an X, we censor TRXLL. Because yes, I do believe that it's a slur.
Well, if someone sends like a PNG of a troll face, what do you do then?
Nobody in my server has image perms.
That's good. That's good. Keep them silenced. It's the best way
What
to
if
do
they
it.
send a link to a PNG?
Nobody has link perms either.
So good to hear.
The dude who said keep them
Alright.
silent. The
Hang on,
majority
wait,
of
wait.
servers don't give people image firms in general.
Yeah, I have an idea. Just so we can counteract the troll faces going on in the stage talk, can we get some more trans rights in chat? Come on, let's see it. Trans rights, let's go.
Come on, troll face. I thought it was anti-Semitic, not troll face. Woo.
Get the troll faces
Come on,
out of
trans
there.
rights, trans rights, trans rights.
Stop. Troll face stands for white supremacy. It stands for white supremacy.
Why does this person keep coming back in? That's really annoying.
Coobers.
Okay,
Anyway,
you guys stop
I
more people. There's
actually
been a lot of people waiting.
I might actually head to bed soon because it's getting quite late for me.
Okay.
Alright, there's other feminists here. That's fine.
Before you go, how do you
wait,
feel
other
about
feminists.
What do you not
Pac-Man?
like about what do you not like about communism? Like, why aren't you a communist?
Oh my goodness, because communism is oppressive.
How is it oppressive?
Because have you ever read Animal Farm?
Animal Farm.
This is a joke. You're a joke. I can't.
No, because in order for communism to actually happen,
It's
there would have to be a government.
It's the book of fiction. It is
it's an analogy.
So
It's
you
an
ask me a question, and then when I try to answer it, you get triggered because you don't like my answer, and so you start dismissing it.
Your answer is irrational and complete fucking lunacy.
Mhm.
Well, your answers
are complete
you guys
fiction.
really-
Dude, I bet that guy works out.
Poobers, I'm
really
gonna be
need to stop
honest.
adding
You
Poobers.
sound like an alt-right snowflake. Poobers, you sound like
Next
an alt-right
time he comes up here, I'm banning him. It's unjust.
Thank you.
Poobers is an alt-right
Thank
snowflake.
Okay,
But if you've ever read Animal Farm, you would know. If you ever read Animal Farm that some people, everyone's equal, but some people are more equal than others with communism, and I don't like that.
That's a main theme.
Wait.
I like
Okay. So I have read Animal Farm. I did a thesis paper on it.
Really?
Yeah. So Animal Farm is pretty inaccurate. Not only do they combine like Stalin and Lenin into one person, but also it is literally like a piece of fiction. And it doesn't. The story is made to make it look like revolution is impossible. And again, Animal Farm isn't even about communism. It's about revolution. Communism was just a place, like the economic system that happened to take place because of what was going on in Russia at the time. But it was about authoritarian, like revolution, not about.
Yeah, but communism has failed in Russia with Stalin and Lenin.
They weren't. They were socialist. They said they were socialist. They are socialist. They were never communist.
Just because they say it doesn't mean it means that.
It had
really unironically defending communism.
Well, I mean, I don't want communism. I think it won't work, but I'm a socialist.
Didn't National Socialisms call themselves socialists? They didn't seem very socialist.
Hold on, let's get some more people in here. I saw DJ Khaled was trying to get in. Let's get DJ Khaled here.
My friend Stanley has a question.
Doobie, can you check your
dose? He wants to know, do you have a Fudocock? This is not my question.
What?
So
wow,
this is another. No, not even that. But this is an issue that I take with men in general. Why do you have to make everything sexual? Like that's after making me incredibly uncomfortable. I don't understand why
women
men do
have
that.
a larger collection of sex toys.
Yeah,
women
but
have an entire catalog.
But why would you? But why would you ask me that? Like that's a really inappropriate question.
You're in 1984.
You basically just sexually harassed me or sexually assaulted me digitally.
Wouldn't it be verbal abuse?
No, it was digital assault, and don't do that again.
Yeah,
I don't know much about. I don't know much about digital assault.
Oh,
Can we get this guy out of here? He's a digital assaulter.
Yeah, for real.
Which one?
If anyone's interested in having a look, we do have a YouTube channel. We do have the website.
Yes, make sure to check those out. It's really good.
You know, Doobie's here. Doobie, if you ever want to debate, like I know you have some alt-right people on your server, and I'd be interested in having an actual debate with them, or with the Christians in your server, because I actually have my own religion.
What's your own?
No,
hang on, I want to hear about your own religion.
No, Katie. Before, I know you.
Want to hear about my religion?
Yes.
Well, I was wondering before you do that, if I may ask a question. I know you still need to get to bed soon, and I just want to say that I really appreciate you spending your time, your energy, your wisdom with us. But further, you mentioned that you have a way for people to donate money to you, to apologize, to help you through the oppression that you're dealing with as someone living under the patriarchy. If you can link that to me at some point, I'll definitely donate myself. Not to do what I can to help you out, and I'll put that out to my server. So men on my server can do that too.
Yes,
absolutely. I appreciate that. And just to quickly touch on my religion,
I would want to get. I would, but I get paid under minimum wage.
It's not a cult. In order for there to be a cult, I would have to be manipulating people.
Yeah, Jim Jones is a cult. Like Charles Manson's a cult.
I don't consider well, that's the thing. I don't consider myself a god. I don't think I speak to God.
Here.
I just think it's okay for people to worship me. Also, look, I made myself a tribute video.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I posted it in Debate Banter. I made a tribute video to myself.
It's their choice, not yours.
Mirrors my personal discovery in the Church of Scientology.
Love
It's
that.
really powerful.
Oh wait, hold on. I posted like a timestamp on that. That's weird. Hold on. Let me post a video from the start.
Can I look at what you're saying?
Doobie. I was just talking about how I think that personal discovery in relation to religion is really important. I felt I was so lost in life before I was welcomed into the embrace of the Church of Scientology.
Oh my god. Yes.
People like to say that the Church of Scientology is like a cult full of whack jobs, and like people like Jim Jones, like my good friend Joseph Stalin here mentioned. When really it's nothing like that. It's all about self-empowerment and self-discovery. That's
How are you good friends? How are you good friends if you never met them?
What?
No, I was just saying that as a term, Good.
Well, I don't think that's a term. I think that's a word and it has a meaning. You can't just apply your own meaning to whatever word you want. It's not how it works. So I don't know what you're talking about. You're kind of talking nonsense right now, and I think I've heard enough. So
I mean,
the sort of back his point. All religion.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Oh.
Yeah, we can talk about stuff that's actually real. I really don't want to discuss fiction.
Kinda ironic for you guys to kick me out for talking about the free Hong
Hey,
Kong.
then, please.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah, no idea what he's talking about.
I was gonna ask the Scientology guy, whatever.
All right,
Does
let's
that
get some more
place
people.
support,
We need to answer some questions.
Yeah,
We're not going on those questions. New questions.
he was just kind of spinning nonsense right now.
Okay, so I'll bring another person in. There's someone called Rengar who's been asking me to come in.
I'm not his friend either. I think he just said my name randomly.
No, I didn't call you my friend.
Yeah, but
so Rengar.
I know Itachi's had their hand up for a while. Let's get Itachi in here.
Oh yeah.
Hello, I'm Rengar, and I'm a firm black Muslim man.
and I want to ask you, what do you think about Islam and women's rights?
I believe that Islam is one of the most progressive religions there is.
Stop interrupting with your fake laugh.
Kind of rude.
Very progressive.
That's
Can you guys
rude.
please control yourselves?
No,
Have you ever heard of the
no
Quran?
home
Islam is
training
that
at
there's
all.
multiple different sects of it, and if you're going based off of just like ISIS, for example, that's not really a good representation of Islam.
Exactly. Yeah. If you've ever heard of the Quran, it's about
Wait.
peace.
Yes, no, ISIS is
Wait,
an
no.
extremist religion, meaning
one
it
said
doesn't really
anything.
represent the core value.
No one said anything about ISIS, but
What?
I've read the Quran.
ISIS, Ese?
Katie.
Actually, I want to state that I'm an imam in real life. I study Quran and I teach people about the Quran. And I just want to tell you, she's actually right. Islam is a very progressive religion because Muhammad, peace be upon him, is a very smart man. He foresaw the future. He made sure women are in the right place. Islam is right about women. That's something you have to understand.
For Quran, in the Quran, the right place for women is an abusive multi-woman relationship where the man is allowed to.
Okay, you're wrong.
No, I've read the Quran. That's exactly what it
not
says.
read the
yeah.
Quran, okay?
Yeah, I
You know
have.
what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Go. Okay, I'm gonna actually give you verses. Go read. Okay, go Nisa 34. Go Google it. Tell me what it says. It says men should always protect women, should always help them, and like, of course, the women also have to do certain stuff. Like, they should cover themselves up so they do not provoke men. That's just progressive
Well,
stuff.
I don't agree with that part
That's
of Islam,
toxic.
but I also would just like to say that if you did support women in general, you'd support them in everything they did. I would not personally date a man unless they let me cheat on them.
You see, this is why we don't work out.
You have to understand, if you do not cover up, you will go to hell. Do you want to go to hell? No.
There's no such thing as hell.
There is such a thing as hell. Allah says
Well, there is in Islam.
Well,
Yeah, but I don't.
really share
I don't believe in Islam. I just said it's one of the more progressive religions.
Wait, what is less progressive than Islam?
Christianity.
Israel.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, what about
And the Jewish
Christianity is less progressive than Islam?
Pretty much
for example,
I'd
there's
say
the
everything.
LGBT.
Mhm.
Okay, so the Islam also does that, but in Christianity,
No, that's not true.
Don't you get like stoned to death if you're gay?
How
Okay,
Islam supports
that's
Islam
a very good
supports
thing.
the LGBTQ community.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Again.
Christian imperialism. I mean, really, the Crusades, all those events. I mean, just terrible.
Yeah, the white man's burden. Yeah, but Christianity says that gay people will go to hell, right? LGBTQ plus people will go to hell, but it says to love the person, hate the sin, which Christians don't really abide by. But that's what the religion says. In Islam, you're supposed to stone them to death, gay people.
That's not true. You throw them off the roof. You're wrong.
I don't feel this is taking us anywhere right now with this.
I don't think that this is
Maybe we should change the.
Yeah. You're literally just pushing fiction right now. It's not relevant. Stop laughing. It's not funny.
I was just trying to talk about my religion, and
actually
now
like
you're
to
talking
hear-
about pushing people
I think
off
that
the
everybody in
roofs.
this group could give like some very solid perspective on some actual questions. We have like
I could give I have lots of
Yeah,
opinions.
we're all
I have
people here.
I have lots of thoughts.
Yo,
about
guys,
it.
let's get some justice for poopers in the chat. Let's see it. Let's see what
Poopers just
for
really annoying.
justice for poopers in the chat. Let's go, guys.
How does
Poopers, I bet you, Poopers, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I have a higher IQ than you.
Definitely.
Roll Poopers true. Poopers do for room temp IQ.
You're just a toxic male, man.
Katie, what's your IQ?
And he lowered his IQ.
I got 100% on the test that I took.
Well,
No, 7. I can't be silenced. I can't be silenced. I'm gonna be here as long as you are.
Someone
So
ban
get
Poobers.
comfy.
Try me. I will be back.
Poobers.
Okay,
I'm
guys,
banning poobers.
Katie has the max IQ.
He's a useful idiot. Poopers.
Poopers lives in Florida.
Why do you all ask a question and freak out when you get the answer? How about you just accept the answer?
Yeah, okay, can we get some more
For
people in here?
educating
I saw
Katie.
Gauss was trying to get in here. Let's get Tachi in here. Like, come on, like a lot of people want to ask questions. Let's keep like
This is-
rolling this through.
This is the troll mentality. You ask a question, you get educated, and then you freak out.
Exactly.
You'll never learn.
It's really a toxic cycle.
Well, I think it's a toxic cycle, but I also think that like all intergroup conflicts, like.
But we're here for questions. Okay, but we're here for questions.
I'd also just like to say nobody has asked Ding a question, and Ding is the co-owner of Feminists Against Trolls, and Ding is a male. So maybe you should ask Dan. Why don't you speak on how you feel in the feminist server as a male?
It's really I feel great. I've been there for like. Of course, I've been there since the beginning, and I met Katie years ago. And years ago, I was unfortunately one of those toxic gamers, but like since I met Katie, I dialed the gaming down. I still play Bloons Tower Defense, but
it's a great game.
Yeah, I think it's a fine game.
Fucking misogyny.
I was on the monkey green.
But I used to
love monkeys.
Be quite toxic, unfortunately, but. Ever since
could you give us a list of games that you played before you?
Ooh, oh gosh, freaking Doom. Ooh.
Oh, that's like the worst offender.
Freaking. Oh gosh, I could look at my Steam library actually.
I
have GTA downloaded.
By the way. Ding has done a complete 180 because Ding now actually writes feminist music in his spare time.
To hear that.
Wait, so really one song, you know the song Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen?
Yeah.
Well, Ding actually wrote. Can someone like remove this person? They're really annoying.
He wrote Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, Ding wrote a feminist version, and it's called "Femdom Is My Life."
Oh, that's really. Can you leave a link to that in one of the chats or something?
Nice.
Like it's this first lyric, the song. It's like instead of saying "Is this the real life?" it starts off with "Femdom is my life," like that.
Oh,
I think that a lot of us can relate to the like reformed gamer. Like,
damn, Ding.
No. You can't relate. That's the thing. No, you can't relate. That's the problem. You need to relate. You need to learn to relate to Ding. You need to learn to relate to Ding.
Back in like my darkest hours of playing Super Monkey Ball 2 on the N64, and I would say slurs like "damn" and shit to the screen, and it just made me such a hateful person. And I wasn't.
Let's not have slurs in the stage. Let's not have that.
Damn, bro. Yeah, I also like to live dangerously.
No.
So I'll actually post. I'm gonna post Dan's song for you so that you understand.
Yeah.
Wait,
Ball 2, I think, was what broke the
actually.
Also,
Yo, Ding, you really like. Yo, Ding, you really like femdom that much?
It's short for feminist fandom.
Oh. But
I thought you meant
it also stands for female domination in porn?
Well, we don't watch that because.
May I say something?
What do you mean we?
In most porn, women are treated badly. So you should just support. No, but you should support sex workers, but not porn where women are degraded.
Are you pro?
I don't.
Yes, I'm pro sex work.
Well, do you think that it's do you think that not that sex work is a super exploitive industry that takes advantage of women?
I think it can be, which is why I think it needs to be legalized so that women aren't taken advantage of.
Well, OnlyFans is legalized, but almost 50% of the money that those bodies make is taken by a man and put into his pocket.
Because that's capitalism.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's another point. Like, this is all.
So you think we should abolish capitalism and go to a socialist society?
This is just facilitating class warfare. Any
socialism.
Any conflict between any minority group, whether it's LGBTQ people versus straight people, interracial things, Muslims versus Jews in Israel. It's all orchestrated by the 1% to keep us divided and upset at ourselves. We aren't really we can't have a cohesive revolution until the working class is unified.
I just wanted to say something about the communism failing thing. With Russia, I'm pretty sure it was Stalinism that made them fail, not communism.
True, and the war on three fronts. Yes.
Yes, that was what made them fall.
Hello?
Also, justice.
Hey, we're getting a lot of people in here.
Oh God.
Hello.
Why are so many people
Giving everyone permission to speak.
I guess I'll wait for everybody to get back in here. And while we're doing that, I just want to say, I think what we just witnessed is a pretty clear demonstration of what happens when weak, fragile men are confronted with the, with the brutal reality of what happens. Now, listen to this moron here. It's absolute baboon intellect level jackass who can't do anything, can't form an argument, but he comes in here and he plays some stupid song he didn't even make because he lacks the ability to do anything else. This is an embarrassing human. Keep joining over and over and over again. It's actually humiliating for him. So, I don't know. It's pretty sad. Women can't express themselves, can't talk about the struggles dealing with a patriarchy, existing in a society that tells them that they need to paint themselves, they need to shave their hair, they need to wear high heels that really hurt their feet. They need to do all these things just to be acceptable in society. And women come on here and they express these truths. They give us a hint of what they're dealing with every day. And the response that we get from men, unfortunately, is this violent screeching. It's really, really sad. And I'm actually glad we all got a chance to see it in action.
Yeah, I
this
think
is like the exact reason why we're all so against trolls. It's just the fact that like all they do is just try to destroy shit. Like we're trying to we came here because we wanted to have a genuine conversation with people. We wanted to see other people's views and get to hear them out. But no, we just get a bunch of people just reaching into the microphone, just being really unfunny. Like come on, we're trying to actually have an intellectual discussion here.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
I think I'm going to have to say that all of this screaming you're doing only further demonstrates your inability to form an actual point, and I'm going to have to say that it's therefore a win for us, considering you can't even come up with a valid point. So, I mean, no response, we've won, really, at the end of the day.
All these people, come in here and try to act like they're superior to feminism, but none of them can actually say why. None of them are actually able to, give us valid arguments against us. They just come in here and just try and cause chaos because they don't know what to actually say.
And if you've got that strong of an inability to form a point, then you've lost. You've already lost.
I'd also just like to say thank you to everybody who came in, and I hope I managed to educate some of you today.
Well, don't forget, we also did some interviews where you enlightened a few people.
What an embarrassing person.
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, someone just keeps disconnecting me, but yeah, it was great. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm going to ask all the feminists now to hop off.
Jesus, silencing women. This is exactly what she's against, and it's happening to her. This is
Well, typically the person doing that is Skybaron. Skybaron is the absolute cuck beta bitch who can't just handle Katie speaking.
True.
That's
an absolute
the person.
cuck beta male cuck.
Skybaron or Zerum is the name. It's really sad.
Bro, no, it's actually.
Her back in, actually. I removed arm.
Can we get Katie back in here, please?
Please, can we get Katie back in here?
Can we get her back in here, please? I appreciate your words, but they're meaningless to me, considering that Katie's been removed.
But you're a man too, so I don't really care what you say.
Okay, well, I'm actually not. I'm actually not, and I appreciate you didn't just assume.
All of my staff should disconnect now.
That's a good idea.
Alright, yeah, before I head out, I will say,
You lose. I win. I've won. Disconnecting is just admission of defeat, so.
Wait,
I agree.
Wait, are you British?
No.
No. Wait,
Doobie, I have a question.
Yes.
Can you right click on me a quick message and just read that? Please I need you to read that and answer.
Guys.
So to be clear, the message Nello asked me, or extreme left wing, whatever the fuck.
Yo,
is,
Doobie.
Bro, I can't tell. Is it irony or not? I can't tell. Please tell me. I can't tell. I don't know if you can. I'm an intelligent person. I'm well educated.
I could tell you.
I'm pretty wealthy. I have a pretty comfortable life. And what this has afforded me, the privilege this has afforded me, and in addition to all the other privileges, right? But I think the main one that I'm focused on right now, that I'm trying to explore, is the ability to see the world for what it is, to see the fucking disgusting conditions that we raise women under in this country.
Are you saying you're part of the bourgeoisie? They're wealthy?
Women are taught from...
You're part of the bourgeoisie?
Okay, yes. Women are taught from the time they're born to paint themselves, to wear high heels that hurt them, to wear tight clothing that makes it they can't even fucking breathe, to do all these things just to be presentable, just to be acceptable.
Oh no, bro, punk is a much better stuff.
Okay. And it's really disgusting. Right? Now, I really appreciate the fact that I've been able to see that, and I hope to help other men see that too.
Right.
Because I think this is like,
bro.
This
you're
is
oppressing the working class, but why are you oppressing the working class as a member of the bourgeoisie?
I think you lack the intellectual capacity to have.
Yeah,
this
I do have.
to be honest with you. You have an IQ of like 12. You don't understand communism or capitalism or anything else. You're just a fucking idiot. I'm sorry to break it to you. Yes, Kit Kat, I love women.
Yo, and now I'm all alone.
Hi.
Oh no.
I love big booty bitch.
Hell yeah, based brother.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Wait, why am I all alone in here? Well, big titties.
Wow.
Oh, hi. So, Doobie, you're 100%.
Hello, guys. How are you doing? I'm having a pretty nice day myself. It's pretty cool. Dude, okay, I'm gonna be real with you. So, I'm going trans, right? And holy shit, this chat has been making me want to contribute to a certain statistic. Honest to God, like holy fuck. This is.
Yeah, so thanks to everybody for coming. Those of you who
All right. J. Krim State Farm. What is your message?
Yes. Get insurance from me.
Holy shit, that's a good message! Oh my god!
Okay, we gotta play the anthem.
Bro.
Can you add poopers?
Okay, I need to find him in. I need to find him in the audience list because like this shit is hard to look through.
Alright.
Let's fucking go!
We did it! We did it!
Oh, superior! For real though, guys? Like, what the fuck was any of that?
I don't get it. She said she got 100% on the IQ test. 100%.
Yeah, like,
what does that
had to
mean?
be trolls. No, that legitimately has to be trolls. I cannot, like, dude, if that wasn't satire, I'm fucking gone. Like, I am just gonna turn to dust. Holy shit.
If he gives her money for being a woman.
Yeah, really.
I mean, like, okay, well, that's what Sims do, but like, oh my god,
that's for like some extra content.
Like, what was that?
Feminism? No,
that's OnlyFans without benefits.
No. Yeah, it's OnlyFans with no benefits.
Like, my brain is fucking melted. It's fucking gone.
It surprises me people exist in this world like that. I'm surprised they're alive.
Add Poover.
I hope no one
my
got
DMs.
Oh wait, that wasn't satire. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, really.
Did they video of the dog that ate the flag?
Yeah. Who? Okay. Yeah, let's beat up the dog. Yeah, no, it sees color. It sees color.
Yeah,
it sees color.
It smells the colors.
It's on LSD. It can smell the color. It can see the color. It can taste the color.
In the crowd. No way, you're not satire.
Red Square, I hear you. What the dog doing? What the dog doing? I don't know. Anyways, let's listen to the anthem. Because apparently the troll faces a white supremacy. Let's listen to it.
Oh!